Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Thursday. That's right. It's not Twisted Tuesday. It's Drinking Thursday, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway,
We'll
Drinking
come up with
Thursday.
a word soon.
We'll come up with something.
Right.
Anyway, folks, it's Ocean Spit, the little show about big things. It is Thursday. It is February 6th, already into the month of February of 2025. And normally we know that my wife, Laura Ocean, is usually my co host on Thursday. But Carol Brandolino is kind enough to step in and do Tuesday and Thursday moving forward for the next couple of weeks. So thank you, my good friend Carol. Nice to see you and welcome to Ocean Spit. Guys, check out the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. And every show is dedicated to the first responders, the military, our veterans. And thank you, all of you, especially for tuning in every day. We appreciate it. It's showtime. Let's go to work. It's Ocean's Pit. It's one of those days. Yes, it is. It's Thursday. Carol Brandolino. Hi, guys. Welcome to Ocean Spit. I'm all mixed up. Anyway, how you doing today, kid?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know what I was thinking? If it makes you feel more comfortable, can I razz you a little bit on Thursday so you
Go
feel
ahead.
like
Just
more
give me a
comfortable?
razz.
Since Laura
Yeah,
usually gives it to you.
Good. Give me a little
Okay.
razz. We'll do good.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys, for that. Before we start, tell everything to update on Laura and everything. Let's get right real fast to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Hey, it's cold outside. Salt is trending. The JRC Ace Hardware stores in Chicagoland area are stocked with salt. 50-pound bags of ice melter is only $10.99, and a 50-pound bag of rock salt is only $9.99. They didn't forget about your furry friends. They also have pet-safe salt options. And they have the best deals of snowblowers. Toro 821 QZE single-stage snowblower is only $8.99. It's almost $150 cheaper than any other the other marketplaces out there. They bring you the best product for the best price. That's our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Excuse me. All right. So, guys, welcome. Anyway, I'll give you an update. As you all know, Laura went in on Tuesday morning on the 4th. She had to be there at 5:15 in the morning. And the whole family was there, all the kids, and Natalie, of course, my sister-in-law. So we're sitting in the waiting room, and they started doing surgery on her on 8:40 in the morning. And it's about like I said, it was about a 5-hour surgery. And it went very successful. So again, I can't
Thank God.
thank you all for the texts and the emails and phone calls and private messages from people that, you know what's, Carol, what's mind-boggling? You get stuff obviously from your close friends, but when you get the outpouring love from people that you wouldn't even think would text you or email you, it's a pretty cool feeling. So she's doing very, very well. Like I said,
Good. Thank God.
Dr. Coomer did a great job at Alexian Brothers, and just fantastic. So about every 2 hours, like you said before we went on live, they call every 2 hours. And anybody who's been through a major surgery like that, a lot of people do know that they call every 2 hours to do an update on what's going on. You know, the contact, of course, was my sister Natalie. So I think about maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the doctor Dr. Coomer came out and told us the surgery went well. So it was very cool.
Aren't you so relieved to just have that part past you? Like you could breathe again. I'm sure she's so happy. And the kids
she's very happy, you know, because she was so worried. She had our son's wedding, and then she knew this was coming. And a lot of people told her, of course, the surgery is going to, you're under good hands with Dr. Coomer. He worked with a lot of friends of ours that we know. And once you got that part over with, now it's the recuperating, the
Yeah.
recovery. And
Yeah.
since the last couple of days, she's took some baby steps. The last couple of days, she's walking because
Mhm.
they want her to keep walking.
Yeah.
And I just got to say a big shout out to Natalie, who spent the night there every night
Mhm.
since Tuesday. And I want to thank Denise and Michelle for stopping by. And I go there every day. The kids take turns going over there.
Yeah.
Natalie actually slept over there every night, right
Mhm.
next to her, to make sure she was okay. So it was cool. But Dr. Coomer came out. I don't know if you guys ever, because Laura went in for the aneurysm and a valve. So he walks out, says everything he's going to say, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, he has his little cup, and inside was an aneurysm.
Oh my
It
God.
looked like a ravioli, like with meat in it." And the
Oh,
thing was big. But it was big. And then they had the
yeah.
little aneurysm. So he came to show us what it looked like. But I've
Wow.
never seen that before. I don't even know they did stuff like that. But she's in great spirits and she's in good hands and she's doing good. And the doctor, she's going to be in ICU probably till tomorrow. And then hopefully she'll be
Mhm.
home in a couple days. So
Thank
thank
God.
you again, everybody. We're so happy that this is passed. Now we'll get her
Yeah.
home and get covered, get back to normal and try to
Yep.
get some action tonight. Absolutely. All right, it's Ocean Spit, little show about big things. I don't know if you guys knew this morning it was a pretty icy out there.
Yep.
A lot of people were complaining about icy. So, but it's
I live on a
wonderful.
hill. Like I live on such a sloped hill, and it was my
Okay.
because I should have put. My mom told me 10 times, and I was just like getting annoyed. I'm like, okay, okay. And of course, I didn't do it. She said, put salt out before it happens, which I didn't. And this morning, when Eliana tried to go out for the bus picks her up for school right across the street. Like our hill was a sheet of ice. She tried walking even down the rocks. She fell right on her butt. She could not get to her bus. The bus just kind of looked at her for a couple minutes and was like, I gotta go. So we're out there throwing salt on this big mountain of a driveway we have. We had to wait an hour to take her to school because we had to wait for it to melt.
Well, you know what? You're right. You're right about that, and that's why they told us to. We had to throw the ice out, and I did that
Mhm.
this morning too. Before, like Gianna, was going to school, so I started her car,
Mhm.
and then made sure she was okay. And I started the cars too. We had to put the ice out there, so it's
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
Daryl, thank you, Jeff. Yes, we did find out that news. Virginia McCaskey has passed away, the owner of the Chicago Bears, at 102 years old, 103, I think, whatever it was. We were
So
going to mention that a little later, but
yeah.
we'll see what happens with the Chicago Bears now that Virginia has passed away. So our prayers go out to the McCaskey family. I hope you guys are well. Thank you again, everybody. John, Natalie, Jeff, thank you so much for that. Richard, Kathy, everybody. Like you see, we have Carol Brandolina with us on Thursday. Carol will be with us for a couple of weeks now on Tuesday and Thursday until Laura gets back. So anyway, what's going on your end? What are you doing over there today, Carol?
Well, you see, my little background's a little different. I actually have a personal day from work today. I took a day just to kind of decompress. It's been a long week. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a day. And I'm like, man, I do wish I work from home because I'll still go on my laptop and do work, but I'm
Yeah.
sitting in my bedroom. Like my headboard is right here. I'm like, this is kind of nice. I'm not going to lie. It's
Yeah.
nice. I'm just
Yeah, I
chilling
can.
in my
I
pajamas.
Yeah, I know a lot of the big companies now. They look like they're starting to bring back people actually going back to the office.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
they are.
all companies, but and like I said, you're watching Ocean Spit, a little show about big things, and thank you all the guys coming in, and thank you, Laura. It's like again, real quick, Laura's surgery went very well, successful. She's recovering, resting up, so she's going to be coming home very soon. So again, thank you, Kathy Ergo. How you doing, Kathy? Hope you're well, Jeanette. Double T. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's talk real fast. Super Bowl is coming. Before we do that, tonight we'll be at Zaza's, my first gig in a while. Thursday, Zaza's in Lake Barrington with Jerry Jams. That's going to be a 7:00 hit. Tomorrow, me and Double T will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. That's an 8:00 hit in Schaumburg. And Saturday, me and Double T will be at Taverna on Division in Melrose Park. That's an 8:00 hit as well. Super Bowl is coming on Sunday, September 9th. We're going to see the Kansas City Chiefs go against the Philadelphia Eagles. Carol, what do you guys do for Super Bowl? Anything special?
I'm not a huge sports fan, but I love a party. I love a good party. So sometimes if we get invited to a person's house, I prefer to go to a house just because you could kind of just lounge around.
Yeah.
So we're waiting. I know a couple people that are doing house parties. I know a lot of places are doing Super Bowl parties where halftime they give away the food. You get to do some tickets. So we'll see
Yeah.
wherever the kids can go, I guess, because they don't really care, but if there's kids there, they can hang out with them at a house. I just haven't committed to anything yet. Who are you
Yeah.
rooting for?
Yeah,
Eagles?
I'm going for the Eagles, of course,
Okay.
even though I
Yep.
don't care for the Eagles. I just don't like Kansas City.
Right,
But if
right.
you went through, the funny thing about it, this is a Super Bowl 59. A couple things about the Super Bowl. Interesting. Starting tickets at one of the apps called Book Seats, $20,000. StubHub and Ticketmasters is high as $4,420 for tickets. Besides being probably one to be the biggest Super Bowls in a while, because everybody will be watching the referees because of all the allegations about the rumors of refs wanting Kansas City to win the Super Bowl. And this is not just coming from the fans. It's coming from the analysts, the Tom Brady. It's coming from real sports people that are saying something that the referees have to be doing a much better job. And of course, the halftime is Kendrick Lamar. Was supposed to be the halftime news with SZA as joining it too. But there is a big halftime. There's a prediction going on that Taylor Swift will make an appearance. Singing
on the field or in the stair. Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the field.
Lots
right,
of appearances.
That's what they're thinking.
Right.
That's what they're thinking. That's why a lot more people, some of the younger people, or whoever can afford that price, are actually going to the Super Bowl because of that fact. And I do hope that the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Just my opinion.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, that's what with the price dropping with the tickets I heard. Okay, so now there you go. Now because Taylor might be there, a lot of people. Now, like I said, it is what it is. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But hey, it should be crazy. How about this? If you watch the Grammys at all, did I talk to you about that? Did you watch the Grammys at all?
I watched the highlights from the Grammys, and it made me like, I don't know. Did you finally see the kid? I was watching you guys talk about the Grammys, you and Laura, I think it was. And it was like that, what's his name? Will Smith's son that had, did you see with that black
it was a castle
on his head?
A castle on his head.
And it was like $6,000. What that reminded me of Halloween when we used to put the box over our head when we were a robot. We would have a robot head in the box with the foil. What was that? What kind of fashion? That's not even a fashion.
Well, here's the thing is too, I don't know what these messages are. Some people are doing this for a message, obviously. I don't know. I don't follow the young generation, so I couldn't tell you wearing a castle on your head. I don't know. But then, I was happy that Frankie Valli got the Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm glad the Rolling Stones won for Best Rock Album. I'm glad that the Beatles won for Best Rock Performance with Now and Then. And there you go, Pina. I was just about to talk about that. They showed, of course, Kiani. How do you pronounce his name? Kanye West and Bianca, Briava Cerrone, whatever.
Yeah.
Did you see her with her dress? His new girlfriend, who looks a lot like his ex-wife Kardashian. That's what I thought it was.
She looks a lot like her. Yeah.
When she came out with a coat on, a mink coat or whatever it was, and then she exposed herself to being looks like she was naked. She had some nylons on and everything showing.
But you saw everything. I could see everything. Yeah. You saw her boobs and everything else. How did they even let that on TV? What an idiot.
Well,
what
that's the thing about it. And I don't know what that message was, but I do know the message they got because they were escorted out of the Grammys. Good. They weren't even allowed into the ceremony.
Good.
What's wrong with these people? I mean, really? I mean, you already got what I don't understand is a lot of these people love this attention.
Oh, well, yeah, these are the celebrities. They live for it. They bitch about it when when they
right.
Nazis after them, right? And then they go naked, or this asshole goes with a castle on his head. I saw a meme that said, Will Smith, it was like Will Smith saying, keep my kid's head out of your effing house. Like he said, keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth
Yeah,
to Chris Rock before he smacked him.
sure.
There was a meme that had his son with the castle on his head and it said, keep my son's head out of your effing house. It was so stupid, but it was so funny because it just was like so dumb. I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like you said, they
No.
want to keep all this publicity, but God
Yeah.
forbid, paparazzi with their cameras all over their
Right.
faces, and
Right.
it's just crazy. So I haven't
Right.
watched the Grammys in years.
Yeah.
I don't intend to watch it again. So it is what it is. But this new generation loves this stuff. Here's, speaking of Hollywood, former President Joe Biden has signed a deal with a Hollywood agent.
Oh, Weekend at Bernie's Part 2.
Could be. I don't know. I mean, that's all the jokes that came in. I don't think this is a true thing, but what the Jesus? You what?
So is
you
it
want to
real
watch
or no?
Weekend at Bernie's too? Just watch the reels from the last 4 years. That's enough. You got Weekend at Bernie's 2, 3, 4. I mean, you just got it all the time.
Just drag them everywhere. Just drag them to everything, every event. I mean,
Drag
I
them.
don't know.
Anyway, crazy, folks. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Carol Bandolino sitting in for Laura Ocean for the next couple of weeks. Carol will be with us Tuesday and Thursday for the week, folks. So that'll be cool. I need to promote a big gig coming up. It's important because my good buddy Ron Jimin from the Lake Geneva magazine. This Tuesday coming up on the 11th of February, we will be at the Grand Geneva in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, the Geneva National Country Club. It's for health and wellness. And I don't even know how I got this gig, but anyway, health and wellness, and we'll be entertaining there. It's going to be cool. It's got 3 or 4 major doctors there talking about superfoods and water facts and exercise and olive oils and all that stuff. If you're interested in joining us at the Geneva National Tuesday, you can call Cowboy Ron at 262-374-8599. It'll be Tony Ocean, the main event band at the Geneva Country Club, Grand Geneva in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, this Tuesday, the 11th of February. All right, let's get to another quick sponsor, folks. We're talking about Mary Grievous with all her real estate needs, and that's what it's about. Don't just call her when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact her when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent, Mary Grievous, at mgrievousandStarkRE.com. Call her at 630-688-1725, and she can give you all your details, folks, about real estate at its finest. And then, of course, when we're talking about Mary Grievous with real estate, we're talking about Mary Grievous with the Chicago Music Cruise. Guys, it's 1 month and 17 days away. 1 month and 17 days away. It's going to happen
jealous.
at the Royal Caribbean, Oasis of the Seas, Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Aruba, Coco Key, Bahamas. The Jersey Girls, Mojo's Jukebox, Tony Ocean, the main event band, Hillbilly Rock Stars, etc., of course, and Seventh Heaven. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's 8 days on the water. 8 days. It's going to be good. So go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com, put in Tony Ocean, or call Mary at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. All right. World Cancer Day. World Cancer Day for everybody that cancer or went through cancer. I think everybody in life is. Have you had family and a lot of friends pass from cancer, Carol?
Friends, I've had 2 of my closest friends' husbands pass from cancer. And it's terrible. I know a lot of people that have people in their lives that have passed from cancer. Many. It's a horrible thing, but just go get tested as soon as possible for everything. It's, whether it's the colonoscopies, the mammograms, it's just, that's what they're saying. It's not if, but when in a lot of cases. So you just got to go every year or every 3 or 4 years, whichever one it is,
And make sure you get that right. Jack Gale, great seeing you, buddy. I heard everything went well with you, Jack. So I'm glad you're healthy and you're feeling well, my good friend Jack Gale. Also, another friend of ours has passed away. My good buddy Frank DeNose was a door manager at Jilly's. I just found out he just passed away in Arizona.
I'm sorry.
So our prayers go out to the Frank's family. Very sad. Was a great guy. Worked with him for many years at Jilly's downtown, and the Jilly's family pray we missed the great Frank DeNose. Also, Tiger Woods' mom has passed away. Colunta Woods. His mom
Wow.
passes away at
Oh,
the age of 75 years old. It's got to be bad when you. Also, another day we just missed a couple days ago was 66 years of 1957, when the Day of the Music died. Of course, when Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper,
Oh,
and Richie
yes.
Valens died on that airplane crash. Very, very sad. 66 years ago today. We were talking about Tiger Woods' mom. We're talking about Virginia McCaskey passing away, the owner of the Bears. Another Chicago legend, Michael Jordan, son, his son Michael Jr. Got arrested on a DUI and cocaine possession.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Restraining, resisted arrest.
I mean,
I don't know. He might get a little slap on the wrist because he's Michael Jordan's son.
yeah, that's true, but it seems like a lot of criminals are just getting slaps on the wrist. I hope that changes soon. That's one of the things I want to see change. So, like Eliana, she's in 7th grade. She just took her Constitution test. She got 100. I was very proud of her. She's been doing great in school. But so in their social studies class, they were all able to write a letter to the president. And whatever it is you would want to see changed or worked on, or, whatever you want to write it on. And she got 100 on that. And they do send them to the White House.
Are you sure that they send them? Well, the liberal schools actually send it to the new president?
Yeah, it's a public school, but I think that I hope, from what she tells me, they're pretty fair in her class. Like, they just talk about things. They have this one news channel that they use for schools that kind of, you can tell maybe once in a while which way they lean, but thankfully at hers, I think that they're doing a good job, it seems, from what she tells me. But she got a very good grade on it, and she wrote it well. And hers, look, it was on gun control too. Like, listen, people aren't saying we don't want, people can still have guns, but the process in which to get them, I think definitely in this day and age needs to be much more strict. And it has to probably be more regular, more consistently, because things change in people's lives. In a year or 2 years, things change that can change a person. So, you're doing background checks, but there's a lot you can do. There's a lot you could do. So
I agree with you, and I just seen a post of the New York mayor came out, or the New York chief of police said, I think it was last 56 days, or with no violent crimes in the city of New York. The first time this has happened in many, many years. So this just goes to show you that maybe New York is finally cracking down, and maybe Chicago needs to crack down too and do stuff like that.
Yeah, there's got to be consequences.
Stop the crimes. Or if the crimes are going to happen, arrest these people and put them in jail and pay the consequences that you're supposed to do. Dennis, how you doing, Dennis? I hope to see you, buddy. We'll be at the Grand Geneva this Tuesday. My good buddy Ron German from Las Vegas. I'm sorry. The Lake Geneva magazine, the big thing we're doing this Tuesday. Anyway, and speaking of President Donald Trump, will be the first. There's been 9 presidents since the Super Bowl started, and Donald Trump will be the first president sitting watching the 59th Super Bowl. President Donald Trump will be attending the Super Bowl this year. He'll be the first president to actually do it since the Super Bowl started years ago. So interesting.
Wow.
We'll see what happens. And stuff like that. Right. Also, here's something interesting. All right. Uber. We all take Uber, right? One of the best inventions, I think, ever that's come out in a long time. I mean, we had the taxi, which is the same thing. But Uber is just a little bit more personal, right? But I guess there's people get to Uber sometimes. Of course, you want to go to work. You need a car. Your car breaks down. You want to go for a couple pops. Don't want to get caught driving home drunk. So you take Uber, right? But according to that, there's a lot of things that go missing that people leave behind. According to, here's one here, the most 3 or 4 of the most different cities that leaves behind the most stuff, which I don't even know how they came up with this. But Jacksonville, Florida, San Antonio, Mexico, Palm Springs, Houston, and Salt Lake City For some
Huh.
reason, people leave shit when they leave, and the driver has this stuff. I don't know what they do with them. Of course, they should probably call the person that they dropped off and said you
Yeah,
left there.
they
Because
should.
one gentleman did, one Uber driver. Here's the thing: a 16-year-old boy. Now, here's the question, Carol. A 16-year-old boy left $8,000 in the back of the Uber. Now, it was nice that the driver actually returned the $8,000. The question is, what is the 16-year-old boy doing with $8,000 in a bag?
I mean, that's nuts.
It
I
wasn't
mean,
just in his pocket;
return
it just fell out.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that for real? Is that a real story?
Real
I
story.
mean,
Real story.
would you return it?
Yeah, if you were an Uber driver, you have to.
Oh,
I
okay,
would.
but how did they know
I
they
would.
might left
I
it?
would. If I found $8,000 on the street,
Well,
open
yeah,
court.
whose is it? Right,
But when you
right.
find it in like a doctor's office or something, you have to return it because God forbid that could be this could be people. Some people like the older people that might lose stuff, that could be
Yes.
their life savings. But
Yeah.
it's crazy, right? It's
Mm.
absolutely nuts. Interesting. $8,000 a kid doing that. It's mind-boggling. Anyway, folks, you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Carol Brandolino here sitting in for Laura Ocean, who's doing very well from the recovery. The surgery's doing good. Again, thank you. I can't begin to thank you. I've never seen so many love and likes and posts and letters. I just
It's
thank you.
humbling. It's definitely humbling,
It's
right?
very humbling. And just like I
Yeah.
said, you expect it from some of your close friends and stuff, but when you get stuff from
Mhm.
some people you hardly even know,
Right, right. Yeah.
and whatever it is, we thank you, me and my family, and Laura definitely was so smiling and she was so
Yes,
happy.
that's so nice.
So it was very, very good.
Hmm.
All right, Carol, what do we got here? A couple other things. Got so much to talk about in this crazy world that we're living in. We talk about nutty stuff
Yeah.
all the time. It's just crazy now. Spring is almost here. Are you ready for spring? You want winter to be over with, right?
Oh God, yeah. I need it to be over with. I do. I don't know. I just I need the sun, but I would think more so you're the one that's going nuts because you like to fish. Like you're
Yeah.
always out there every morning fishing, and you can't do one of the things that you love the most, right? So what
Yeah.
do you do right now? What do you do in the
It's killing
morning?
me. It's killing me.
It's
Well,
gotta be
because of
killing
this,
you.
let me tell you something. Because of getting ready for the wedding, it kept my mind going before Tony got married last week,
Mhm.
and now everything getting ready for for when Laura's surgery that happened on
Yeah.
Tuesday. So if that stuff wasn't happening, I probably would
Yeah.
have drove myself crazy. You know what I mean?
Are you
So
still painting your figurines?
yeah,
Do you
we're
still
starting to
paint the
paint a little bit more. I'm trying to get back more into it. I've got two of them
Mhm.
that are untouched, and I think one day in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna have me and Rick are gonna show some of our paintings. I mean, we got a lot. I mean, I paint everything. Here's one we did. This is a man.
Oh,
This is actually built and painted by me. It's the
what?
guillotine. Yeah, and then there's the
That's
thing.
cool.
See, it all comes in pieces. If you guys build models, it comes in pieces. They're white. Usually, they're white pieces or gray
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah.
And you put them apart, and you get the paints, and you paint, and it's and some
Do
are
you get
some
those from hobby stores, like leisure
well,
hobby
some hobby
stores?
stores.
Or
Yeah,
Gianni
probably.
loves that stuff.
Yeah, you get them from that model thing. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
You could
Oh,
go to
he
your
loves
model stores. You could go there. They do
Mhm.
have some. Most of them. Most of hobby stores carry trains,
Yep.
planes, and automobiles. I hate
No,
to
no,
sound
no.
that way.
Okay.
And ships.
All right.
I'm not
Okay.
much into all of that stuff. I have a
Right.
few, but you got to get that one there.
That's
There's different
cool.
ones. So there's ones online. Here's the old original Wonder Woman. This is
Oh
the
my
old
God.
original one from the comic strip. This isn't the
That
one
is
that was done by
so
Linda Carter. This one was done years before they made it a TV show. But I've got over
I love
70
it.
all over this office here. So yeah, interesting
Wow.
stuff. So it's a
Yeah.
great hobby.
Yeah.
Great hobby.
Absolutely.
Danny Massey's in the house from Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Danny, thank you for checking in a couple times, and Jeff and everybody that has. And Ronnie B, thank you so much. Also, Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions. Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. Carol, here's one you're going to love. Illinois Governor J.D. Pritzker blocks the January 6 rioters from state jobs after Trump pardons them. You heard about this, correct?
Yeah, I did hear about that. I heard a lot of people say, what happened about second chances? What happened about wanting to give second chances to people, my friend? I mean, I get it, but
right? It's just because the hatred of our president, Donald Trump. This could not happen anywhere else. They were pardoned January 6th. Former President Joe Biden has pardoned everybody. So these guys are not going to go to jail. Nothing's going to happen to them. They can keep living their lives.
And they affected a whole country of people. They affected these people that he pardoned. Some of them affected the entire country, all the people, like the Fauci's and all the stuff that we dealt with, right? That affected everybody. Now, the January 6th, I agree. Some of these people there are probably a handful that were really bad, probably bad people, and they did the wrong thing for sure. But a lot of those people were probably placed in that position, and probably it was all politically charged and motivated that these people were there to do what they did on January 6th. So, doing what he's doing right now. Did anybody say anything when Trump tried to be assassinated? They tried to assassinate him twice. People were saying, good, I wish he was dead. They missed him. I mean, they were saying the worst things. A person was almost dead.
It's also because Pritzker has a vendetta against President Donald Trump from the past. We all know that. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, as we know that whether you're a Trump fan or not, he only lost Illinois by 6 points. Mm-hmm. He only lost Illinois by 6 points. So, and he's doing some stuff here, and this is interesting, but I feel bad for some of these people that might have just did it to do it, and they might have been in there to do whatever they were doing with their feel. Mm-hmm. Remember when the colleges back in the day, they would stand up for something when they, I don't know, but they can't get state jobs anymore. And I don't know if that's even if you can do that with the Constitution. I don't even know.
State jobs. I mean, look, I will tell you this. I know certain jobs that we fill out applications for. And for sure, I think if you're going to be a police officer or anything like that, and there probably is something for state jobs, they're going to look at your background. If you've been arrested for something violent or anything with a weapon, you're
not going to get a state. You're not going to get a state job anyway. So
you're cooked. Exactly. You're not going to get one anyway. He acts like he's doing something big. Like you're not going to get a state job anyway if you have any kind of incident that happens with a weapon or violence.
Absolutely right, Carol. My son was in Elmhurst Hops when Trump had attempted assassination. A few nurses were clapping. We called the administration and complained. See, and there was some people saying, "Boy, well, at least we got some of his followers. He wasn't killed." But there's some of these people are so on the other side. That's uncalled for, man. It's
right. They want peace and acceptance. That's not peace and acceptance.
That's not peace and acceptance. You're absolutely right.
No, it's not. No,
it's not. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. It's time for that moment. That's right, folks. It is Ace Minute, brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. That's the Ace Weather Minute. Absolutely, folks. Today's weather for Thursday, February 6th. It started off at 30 degrees. Feels like it's 22 degrees. Little nippy out there this morning with ice was all over the road. So make sure you were this morning. Hopefully you guys were okay driving to work. It's 89 degrees humidity. Wind chill is 9 miles an hour and the air quality is good. The Weather Minute is brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. There's my good friend Carol Bandolino filling in. Now Carol's going to be with us Tuesdays and Thursdays, coming up with different stuff here. So I hope you guys are going to have a good time. And tomorrow I'll just be by myself, folks. I didn't want to take a guest on. Just get this week over with, and then next week we'll start the regular routine again. Yeah. But I appreciate it. Thank you guys are all watching. Trying to get some more stories here. Defense Secretary Pete I keep pronouncing his right name. Hegseth has evicted. Yeah. That's it. Has evicted the New York Times, the NPR, the NBC. All these media networks are now banned from the Pentagon, banned from the White House to give fake reports. These guys are against it, so good for them. Ban it, get rid of it. do what they're doing. Are you happy so far with the couple? How long has he been in office now? Are you happy what's going on with President Donald Trump?
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm happy about is that he got in there right away and he is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. There are certain things that are going to have to be, listen, you got to go in there, and you know how they say everything gets worse before it gets better. When you're in transition, everything's a mess because you're turning all this shit that was going on around. So I think what he's doing is great for the most part. I think there's a certain things that he's doing that, you know, there's going to be some pushback on, and that's okay too. Every president should be questioned. It doesn't matter who they are. We are here. He works for us. So everybody needs to question and discuss things. But when they're saying that they're going into schools and pulling kids out, they're not. Like, if that was happening, you would have videos of that. Like,
Right.
I when in that area, and you know, there are very strict protocols in every school right now not to let ICE in, not to do that, because they're not trying to have traumatize their kids. You know what I mean? It's not their fault they're here illegally. If they are, they're kids, right? So they're not
Right.
there to try and traumatize the kids.
Right.
But
Correct.
you know, it's going to be tough for a while. But look at the second they know there's going to be consequences, these other countries, the second they know, they are agreeing to meet halfway. It's like the parent. Now it's like the disciplinary parent is in the room now. Like it's been kids that have been running wild, and now the disciplinary parent is in there, and they know that they're not going to take any shit. So you're going to have better behaved children for the most part, right?
I agree. And someone son made a comment today on Facebook that he was coming after the administration for teachers, you know, the education department. I just think that things need to be restructured a little bit, because some of these schools go on and come up with their own agendas, and I think that just keep it back to teaching the kids what they're supposed to teach, take care of the kids, do like we're supposed to do. What do you think about Musk ransacking the Treasury? Boy, to be honest with you, I think what they need to do right now is go through all the red tape and find out where all that money went to.
Well, that's the thing. They're saying all that money. Look at, if all that money really was going to some of those things, that's insane. That's taxpayers' money going to for all these ridiculous things in other countries. Why? Where people are starving here.
I
They're
mean, the
losing
list goes on and on, and as the day as other shows go on, because I've got so much stuff I haven't used, but it's amazing. So I don't know, to answer your Boyd. I don't know. I think what they're doing right now is trying to clean house, trying to find out where all that money, why we're so in debt. Let's see if it really went to where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
If it's not supposed to be, right? Like I forgot one other thing, the cups that they were on the airplanes or something. They were like these real expensive cups, or just stuff that they're really spending dumb money on.
Right.
We're gonna have to find out. We need to do that right. Well, we'll have to see on that, Boyd. We'll have to see what's going on with that. But it was a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. When they say racism doesn't exist, now remember, unfortunately, when that whole situation went down, his family received $27 million. Ashley Babbitt's family received nothing, not a penny.
That seems unfair. It seems very unfair.
Pardon me?
It seems unfair. I mean, that just, how do you justify that? One gets this, one doesn't get that. People, lives are lost, right? Lives are lost. And, you know, I don't know. I think the squeaky wheel, you know, gets the oil, whatever they say. But, you know, there is racism. There's always going to be sexism, racism. Look, it's going to exist no matter what. But it's not in the capacity that it used to. I mean, we see that every day. We see these positions that, you know, Black people are in, white people are in, Hispanic people, Asian people. They have big, huge positions from government on down. I really think that people should be judged on their merit, though. I do think that some people that are, when they're raised in poverty, you just don't have, it's hard. Like, you don't have a chance. Where are you getting the chances?
I can't imagine what anybody had to go through something like that. I can't imagine.
It's terrible. And I work in that field somewhat. And, you know, as long as a couple people, there's a little bit of help out there, the government helping them, absolutely. But you know what? at some point when you're starting to, be able to go to school, make your own decisions, do good in school, do this, as you become an adult, you have to start taking accountability for things.
I agree. It makes
because of your
complete sense.
past.
Complete sense. And I agree with
Yeah.
you 100%. I don't know what it's out there. Boyd, yeah, believe it or
Tang.
not, yes, it's Tang. No, it's Tang. No, it's Boyd remembers Tang. Wow, you're good.
I remember Tang, Tab,
Tang,
remember?
yeah. No, it is just water with some orange, non-sugar orange flavoring in there, Boyd, just to let you know what it was today. But that's a good one. There you go, Roseanne. $1,250 per plastic cup on these airplanes and stuff for the military. Are you crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So let's clean house a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Look at this. If you own a pet, the IRS is allowed to tax deductions on your pets in 2025. Now, it's got to make sure that you speak to the accountant, best pet tax deduction advice. According to Paul C. Advisor, there are 5 pet deductions: service and emotional support animal, working animals but provide service for the business, pets who performances that earn you income. So if you work with pets that actually do something, moving expenses for pets. So, well, you know what? Why not? You should be able to write everything off. Everything should be written off.
I mean, why not? People write off a lot of weird shit. If you have the right accountant, I mean, they do.
Yeah, I agree with you. How about this, man? A man sues Red Bull, the energy drink, for not giving him wings. And
false advertising at its best.
This is the crazy thing here. This is according to businessmaggots.com. A man sued Red Cross for false advertising, claiming the drink didn't enhance performance more than a regular cup of coffee. The lawsuit urged that the marketing included the famous slogan, "Red Bull gives you wings," was misleading. In 2014, the company settled a $13 million.
Get out of here.
And offering $10 of free Red Bull products for customers without admitting wrongdoing. This gentleman got $13 million on a lawsuit. Wow.
Okay, well, we got to start looking at people's marketing and see what it says. And if it's not working for us, let's get it going.
Let's get into. You remember when the guy sued? McDonald's? Was it McDonald's with the hot cup of coffee?
Yep.
And the cup was $2, whatever it was, and now they sued him and whatever it was. Crazy. Ryan Lewis, how you doing? How do you prove you have one, Marianne? I hope you're doing well. Jerry Jams in the house. I'll see you tomorrow. Jerry, you should be happy. Now, of course, the Bears might be going a different direction because, of course, unfortunate passing of Virginia McCaskey, which was sad news.
Why do you think she's going to, the money's got to go down to her? Obviously, she was 100 and something, so there's got to be her kids and grandkids. I mean, they're not going to, what do you think they're going to do?
No, I just think that from what I don't know, I'm just hearing from people that I know, this particular person who works for the Bears, the mom was holding a lot of the final decisions. I think maybe now with direction they're going now with this coach and new people, maybe they'll start spending some money and getting, who knows? Yeah. We'll see what happens. But our prayers go out to the McCaskey families. Tonight, me, Jerry Jams, will be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington tonight. That is a 7:00 hit. All right, Coca-Cola products, $2 billion worth of pure cocaine per year. A chemical facility in Maywood, New Jersey, quietly plays a crucial role in Coca-Cola's production process, processing up to 500 metric tons of coca leaves annually. So the operation generates up to $2 billion worth of cocaine per year. There is some sort of cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Of course. I mean, yep. Jerry, look, Laura knows she loves the Diet Coke. I love the Diet Coke. There's days I can't go without it. Like I'll leave the house and go get it, and that's a problem. Okay.
That's the problem. That's why they send me to go get it. So there you go. They send me to go get it. Oh, they forget. Yeah, right. So absolutely. Alabama baby born at Krispy Kreme awarded 1-year supply of free donuts. I guess Nanya Bennett, 23, gave birth to her son Dallas in the parking lot
Oh
of
my God.
Krispy Kreme in Dalton, Alabama, after a historic snowstorm made it impossible to reach the hospital in time, and her partner Keon Mitchell pulled the lot into Krispy Kreme. The paramedics arrived. What do you know?
It's a great story. It's a
Free
great
free
story.
donuts. You should
Oh
call the
yeah.
kid Crispy. Call the kid
I was
Crispy. Or
thinking that too,
I
Crispy.
mean, it might as
Yeah,
well. I
they
mean,
may.
those donuts will kill you faster than the storm will.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. You're watching Ocean's Pit. This is some crazy stories. Look at this. Beijing, notorious for traffic jams, has sparked a unique solution called jam busting. Have you heard about this? For
No.
$60, ladies and gentlemen, motorcycles weave through gridlock streets to help stranded drivers reach their destination. So if you're in your car and you're
Okay.
stuck in a traffic jam and you can't get to where you're going, motorcycle will pick you up for $60 and take you to where you got to go.
So you get
These
on a
riders,
motorcycle.
wait, they'll come by on a motorcycle, they'll pick you up. These riders, often dubbed traffic ninjas, skillfully maneuver through the tight spots and discover shortcuts to buy the pickup drivers navigate them out of the chaos with remarkable efficiency. And then someone else comes around and gets your car and sits
Okay.
in your car and waits through traffic.
That was my question. Wow. Listen, I almost ran out of gas on 294 about a week and a half ago. I was riding on the shoulder going 50 so I could get get off somewhere before I ran out of gas in rush hour traffic. But that's my fault because I'm the jerk that rides on me all the time. Okay, I know that. I got to change that.
I got it. I do that sometimes too.
I do it.
It's not done on purpose. It's just sometimes you just don't feel like pulling over. But
we're procrastinators, I think. I know
Yes.
I am. I'm a procrastinator. I put it off and put it off. And I've run out of gas several times in my life. It's very embarrassing.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. There's Louis Pipes, my good buddy Louis, and Airtight Windows, folks. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. You can't beat this company, folks. For honesty and quality, do it right with Airtight. Servicing Chicagoland for 35 years. Do it right with Airtight. Call my buddy Louis at 708-788-5000. Louis Pipes, and get your windows and sidings done. And if you're in the Burr Ridge area, go see my buddy tonight, Louis Pipes, at Are We Live. If you're not seeing us in Barrington, go see Louis at Are We Live in Burr Ridge, Illinois. 6:30 showtime. Go see my buddy Louis Pipes. All right. Interesting. More stories, as crazy as they are, keep coming in here. Marriage.
Okay.
Marriage is mostly misreading facial expressions and asking each other, "Are you okay?"
Oh God. Is that true for you? Do you ask Laura, are you okay? Are you mad? Or did I do something to piss you off?
Yeah, I get that look sometimes. There's Jack, Michelle Ramundi. How you guys doing? Our in-laws. What's up, family? How you doing? Yes. Like I was saying from the beginning, Laura, it's going to probably be out of ICU by tomorrow into a regular room, and hopefully we'll have her home in the next couple of days. So hopefully by Sunday, we'll see Jack and Michelle, of course, the mother and father of Angelica, who's now my new daughter-in-law, who married our son, Tony, with a beautiful wedding.
Beautiful wedding.
Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. What do we got here? All right. Now, going back to the pilot, you I know the story's going to get kind of old, but the pilot, the airplane that hit the pilot, the helicopter, the Black Hawk, Poloit may have been recruited or influenced by ISIS. Is it clear? Almost clear from 90% of people who've seen that video. It seems like she flew right into that jet. So I don't know. This is pardon me?
It looks like, I mean, I watched the video. Obviously, everybody did 150 times. They kept replaying it, but it just didn't look like they didn't even see the plane. Or, I mean, I don't know. I've never been in a helicopter actually in my life. So
I have no idea. There's so many people. Of course, when we talked about this before, when you get conspiracy like that, when some tragedy happens, you have to look at certain things. You're going to get the facts, you get stuff that people think, whatever it is. And like I said, I know they found the boxes, the black boxes. I don't know if we found any more information. And will it come out? Say it was done on purpose. You think that news will come out right now?
It depends who is in charge of that and how powerful they are. I'll be honest with you, because they don't want pandemonium. I mean, but war, it depends who has, like I said, control of the footage or the information. Who knows? It's scary. I think they should be transparent with everybody. I think people need to know what's going on. But that, I don't know, just in that other plane that went down in, what is it, New Jersey? Philadelphia.
That crashed into the mall.
And then I'm seeing these again on feeds. I try to consider the source always, obviously, but I see stuff on my Facebook feeds or at podcasts and stuff. And they were interviewing, I don't know if it was Rubio or somebody was interviewing a guy. I don't know if he's the head of the FAA, but he's never been a pilot in his life. How are you the head or in a high position for that? And you're not a pilot. I don't even understand that. That's again like saying, oh, I'm a doctor, but I never went to medical school, or how do you
It's like that? Dr. Fauci, who's never worked on a patient.
I don't understand how that is, even if that's true. And I wish I had time to look into that. I just, I looked at it, I heard it. It struck me as very odd. And then I try to go in and read about it, on, sources, but I haven't looked. So I'm not sure. But if that guy was in that position for the FAA and he's never flown a plane, because every question they asked him, he said, I can't answer that. Have you ever done this in a plane? No, I haven't. Have you ever done this? No, I haven't. Why are you in that position? How do you make decisions? How do you do that? Yeah, so I want to look into that.
What evidence do you have on somebody that's why you got that job, or who are you sleeping with to get that job? That's insane. That's
scary.
It's almost like you were you're teaching people to not be an alcoholic, and you've never been an alcoholic.
Right, exactly. Or being a marriage counselor and never been married.
Right.
Okay. I mean, come on.
Right. Crazy as it is.
Yeah.
Regina's in the house. Regina, if you're in, I didn't see your name come up. Hey, Regina, my little sister. Hope you're doing well. Robert, DEI is right. Mary Bosco, thank you for, again, everybody. Laura's doing fantastic. And like I said, she hopefully by sometime midweek next week, hopefully we'll have her home. So you're watching Ocean Spit. Filling in for Laura on Thursdays for the next couple of weeks will be Carol Brandolino. She's also with us on Tuesday for Twisted Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Payless Shoes closed. Macy's stores are closing. Kmart stores are closing. The Sears stores are closing. Radio Shacks are closing. Toys R Us are closing. Forever 21s are closing. It's mind-blowing how these stores are just going. Horrible.
Amazon. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Amazon. Is it? Nobody wants to go to the stores anymore. They sit in there. Oh, let's order. You know what? I like going. If I go to the mall, I got to go and try clothes on. You got Kohl's too. Thank you, Mary. Kohl's tour is closing. I mean, what the hell? But I tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you one thing that's not closing, and I tell you one thing that's doing fantastic, and it's a great company that you should hire. We're talking about Jack Vanna Landscaping. Monthly maintenance, monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service, installation. They've been servicing the North Shore for almost 45 years now. Please give Cousin Tommy a call at 847-432-5266. That's Jack Vanna Landscaping. And then if you're looking to make money or save money, become your own bank, let's talk about Imperial-X. Imperial-X. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement a reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Coughlin will help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. It's Imperial-X, becoming your own bank. Also, if you're joining us on the Chicago Music Cruise, Wendy not only will be there with Craig and having seminars that you're going to be able to sit on and listen more about Imperial-X on the cruise ship with us. Also, Wendy is Marilyn Monroe and Britney Spears on the cruise ship. So, Imperial-X, you can't beat them. 630-890-1213. Tell them Tony O sent you. Ocean Spit. Guys, thank you again for again, Laura, I can't, every time I look in the phone, more texts are coming through. And again, it just is so humbling. And our family is so just humbled over everything of all the love that you've been
Mhm.
sharing for my wife, Laura, who's is a trooper that she is, and
Yeah.
she's doing an incredible job coming back. And also kudos to my sister Natalie, who's there spending the night every night. It's just a good thing to know if you got good people around you.
Yes.
Carol, correct, directly, but online crazy. You're right. Everybody doesn't want to go to the stores anymore.
Yeah.
Lazy bastards won't get to the car and shop. One day there'll be no choice. Good one, Dennis.
Yeah. That's true.
Snowbirds rush to sell their Florida homes as Canadian dollars tank. I've been hearing stuff from people leaving Florida. Pricing, I mean, some of their association is almost more than their rent. You heard about this in parts of Florida?
Yep. That's
It's
insane.
It's completely insane. You ever talk about getting revenge on somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes. Not out loud. Not in public.
Not in public. But I mean, imagine they always say, if you ever won the lottery, okay, would you go off on people, go back and say, and just say, all right, jag out, bitch, jag out, jag. I mean, I don't know, but I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do if I became like a billionaire overnight or I won something. But Steve Harvey, this is cool. This is a good slap in your face. This is a classy move. Steve Harvey, of course, he's on Family Feud, right? And he's a comic and he's an actor.
Yeah.
Sent a TV. He sends a TV every year to the teacher or teachers who said he would never be on television.
I love that.
Every year he sends them a brand new television. Tell me that's not a slap on the face. Very, very cool way of doing it. That's very ingenious. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
But we were talking about the airplane, like I said, about the air controller. According to that particular one on the airplane, the air traffic controller left work early before the actual crash. So the guy who was actually supposed to be there just left early. Either he was leaving early, took a day.
There wasn't air traffic controller.
And there was another person there, I guess, that was doing two jobs from what I'm hearing. I don't know. It's just crazy. That's showing them, right, Jack or Michelle? You're absolutely right. So I don't know. Like I said,
I ran into my 8th grade teacher many years later, and she hated my guts. I mean, she had a passion for, she hated me. And, I'm thinking, man, I was only like 12, 13, but we talked about going to the Greek school and stuff like that. But she hated me. And it's because I stuck up for other people. She's like, are you their attorney? I'm not talking to you. And I would stick up for kids in the class. But I talked a lot, right? And I laughed, and I couldn't control my laughter sometimes. And I ran into her years later, and she was so mean and just like really acted like I was never going to make it. And I didn't get the best grades in certain classes in 8th grade. And I ran into her at like a Macy's or something. And she's like, oh, even that many years later, the way she looked at me, it's like, oh my God, lady, let it go. But she goes, oh, like, so what are you doing now? And I'm like, I do radio. I go, I get paid to talk for a living. I got all my experience in your class.
There you go. And, I was funny because I had some teachers. There was only one teacher. My music teacher was the one that really thought this guy's going to do something in music. None of my teachers really gave a shit. They just, but they, whatever it was. I remember doing my CD release party at the Park West in 2000. And we did it for Jerry Lewis's kids for Labor Day. And we released the CD at the same time. So all of a sudden, I'm getting ready backstage from there, and there's a knock on the door. I think my road manager came up and said, you got some friends here. It was 3 of my teachers from grade school. Here are the 3 that said I would accomplish nothing. How you guys doing? Nice to see you. You want a drink? So we had some good laughs, but that was a pretty cool that was a pretty cool feeling, It's a very cool feeling.
For sure.
Here you go. Remember talking about electric cars as we're coming to the end. Electric cars we're talking about. Faulty electric buses cause massive headaches for multiple school districts. We get error messages from engine failures, battery failures. The school officials are having a problem with these buses that are electric. And I just think it's electric cars right now in general. I just don't think they're ready. I don't think it's ready enough. Well, Carol, just my opinion. A lot of people I know have them. If it's short distance, they like it.
Mhm.
But going long trips, I wouldn't advise it, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, couple things. All right, here's what we got. A lot of big stuff coming up. Like I said, tonight with Zaza's, tomorrow Chicago Prime, Saturday Tavern on Division. Greg does a great job with his food
Yeah.
over there in Melrose Park.
Mhm.
On the 11th, next Tuesday, we'll be at the Geneva National Country Club in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, for health and wellness, which is cool. On the 13th, we'll be at Tavern on the Point for the pre-Valentine's Day, 14th, excuse me,
Mhm.
13th, Thursday, excuse me, for the Valentine's Day, day before, I'm losing it, in Edison Park. On the 15th, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the 115 Bourbon Street in Marionette Park. That show is sold out. The 19th will be the Tap House Grill for the homeless. It's going to be a great thing because what we're doing is, folks, all the stuff that people bring in, it's sold out from what I hear. Dan Nozak, the guy who put this all together, a friend of ours, put this together at the Tap House Grill in Lamont. If you bring coats, hats, gloves, mittens, shoes, whatever you got, water, hand sanitizer, everything we're going to end up distributing this to the homeless. And I think it's very important. It's going to be Tony Toto. I'm going to be your MC. Double T will be there. Stephanie Lemon Bregner will be there. Nick Sahajas is stopping by. Lou Sylvester, Ron Starr, and, of course, the great John Vincent. So it'll be a good time. That is the 19th of February. At the Tap House Grill. On the 22nd, we'll be back in Lake Geneva again, but this time for Ocean's Rat Pack at Pier 290, a great club downtown Lake Geneva. It's going to be a lot of fun. And on the 15th and 16th, I have 2 nights at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy. It's a Saturday with the Main Event Band, and Sunday, that's Valentine's Day weekend with Sinatra Sunday. So that's going to be a lot of fun, those 2 nights in a row. And then the 27th, we'll be back at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Theater. It's a it's a Thursday for Rat Pack dinner show, Ocean's Rat Pack. Oshows.com. It's a Thursday night. All right, we got some birthdays here for Thursday, February 6th. Kirk Hemrick from Metallica turned 62 years old today. Harry Styles, good song, I guess. I don't know what he does, but 30 years old. Lisa Marie Presley celebrating a birthday. Ronda Rousey, for all you wrestling fans out there, 33 years old. Adam Clayton from U2, 69. Kenny Loggins, 77 years old. Martin Lawrence, 59 years old. Mr. Bill from Stay Out, Real Ramonette up in heaven. We miss you, buddy. Happy birthday. Charlotte Flair, woo! Who's now she's the champion in wrestling, 38 years old. Mario Lanza, the great Italian singer. Burt Bacharach, 96. Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees, 78. Farrah Fawcett from Charlie's Angels celebrating a birthday. Oh, my God. Big Dog.
I think she's dead, though, right? Didn't she die for a faucet? And so did Lisa Presley, right? Well, okay.
Yeah, she's passed away, and Big Dog, the bounty hunter, 77 years old he is. God bless you. Mike Marino, great Italian comic, was just in town in Florida. Michael. And George Halas, Papa Bear, former owner, of course, of the Chicago Bears. Well, guys, it is that time. We are coming to the end of the hour. We want to thank you all for tuning in today. Carol Brandolino, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
She'll be with us Tuesdays and Thursdays. Guys, again, the update, Laura's doing much better. She's in the hospital still. Hopefully she's taken some baby steps yesterday and today. Hopefully we'll have her home sometime during the week. Next week, I'm hoping, from what I'm hearing. So we're just praying for that. And again, thank you for all the humbling letter, the emails and texts. It's just overwhelming as it is. We do really appreciate very much. Thank you so much for that. And let's thank, of course, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Retta, make sure your car is winter ready. Peak windshield wash, 1 gallon size, $1 off. Cold weather calls for cold weather gear. They have a large selection of Carhartt gear, from hats, gloves, warm-up zip-ups, and hoodies, and winter jackets, 30% off. You can't beat this great stuff from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, thank you for another rendition of Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same station. Support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another, right, Carol? We need to be
Yes.
kind to one
Yes.
another. It's a crazy world right now, and let's just make peace. Ringo Starr says peace. We know we need it in this world. And Natalie, if you're watching, Laura, if you're watching, I love you. But guys, thank you so much. You have a good one. We'll see Carol next Tuesday and Thursday here on Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Nick Sahajas, take us out, everybody. Have a great day. God bless you.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you all, and thank you for supporting Ocean.